everybody? In this video, we're going to compare Albert, Dave, Brigit, and Chime. So Albert is a core feature of cash advances, up to $250 with no interest, no credit check, and the financial guidance has a via Albert Genius, so it's basically human advisor supports. And the savings and interest tools have a plus 4.95% APY on certain accounts. And there's a early pay check access, so there's budgeting insights, overdraft monitoring, and yeah, the fees and costs I would say about this is that the monthly is genius. The monthly Genius subscription is around $14.99. Um, and the instant transfer fee is around $6.99 at an optional tip with both APR, which can exceed around 200%. And I would say the pros about this is it's an all-in-one finance app, right, with real advisors. So there's no interest on cash advances, and you have the real human option that's like, more interactive, I would say. Next, let's talk about Dave. So the core features about Dave is it has cash advances up to $500 and the budgeting tools to help avoid overdraft, and it integrates with Chime, Earn, and others. And the fees and costs I would say about this is there's a flat monthly fee of around $1, and there's same day instant transfer fees, so around 5 to 6%. And the pros about this is, yeah, I like the low monthly costs and the higher advance limit than Albert or Brigit, which is cool. And, you have to keep into consideration that the transfer fees can add up, so you have to be mindful about that. And there's only one advance at a time, I believe. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. And let's talk about now Brigit. So Brigit has core features of cash advances up to $250 with overdraft protection, and the budgeting insight's really cool, and bill trend alerts, and it helps prevent overdrafts, right? The fees and costs of this is there's a monthly subscription of $9.99, and there's no interest on advances, but the instant delivery may incur a small fee. So just like with anything else, you have to be mindful of that. And the pros I would say about this is it's great for overdraft protection, prevention, and it includes budgeting and credit tools. And you have to keep into consideration about this the relative expensive monthly cost, I would say, and the advance amount is limited to $250. So just keep that in mind, and you'll be good. And let's talk about Chime. So Chime is cool because the core features of this is that it has fee-free mobile banking, so checkings and savings. And the Spot Me is the fee-free overdraft up to $100, and the early paycheck access via My Pay and direct deposit, and the peer-to-peer transfers and interest-bearing savings. In terms of the fees and costs, there's a no subscription or per advance fees, so there's earned wages access up to $500 with no fees. And the pros about this is it's truly fee-free financial services, right? And overdraft and early direct deposits are built in. And I'll just say some things to keep into consideration about this is it may not be a full traditional cash advance model, but the user experience say that sometimes, the account closures sometimes have occurred, and, they may they may decide that the pricing might not be the exact right thing for them. But, just keep into consideration, like with anything else, because cash advance limit for Albert, it's up to $250, right? And Dave, it's up to $500, and Bridget's up to $250. So the interest on advance on Albert's none. The monthly fee on Albert's as well, $14.99 and Dave is none for interest on advance. Bridget's none for interest on advance, and Chime is none for interest on advance. So these are pretty cool apps, and Chime has a free monthly fee, I believe. I may be wrong about that. You might want to double check. But yeah, the budgeting tools on Albert I would say are cool, and David, Bridget, Chime, and yeah, all these applications have overdraft protection. So I would say that you should choose Albert if you want like financial advising, investing tools, and can tolerate higher fees, right? And I would say choose Dave if it's like great for specifically those wanting higher advanced limits with a minimal monthly cost. And honestly, Brigit has the overdraft safety net plus budgeting, so there's like a moderate cost. And Chime has the fee-free daily baking with built-in advanced tools. Um, I would say though that Albert's up to $250, no credit check, no interest or late fees, is a cool thing to keep into consideration. And there's the optional instant transfer to the external bank for a small express fee. And it combines the budgeting tools, automated savings, and investing. And it has the genius tier, right? The human advisor access. So like via a subscription, and there's no mandatory fees, right? Or for basic advances, and the tips are optional. And the express transfers incur a one-time small fee, so just keep that into consideration. And also, the premium genius contributes from I think around $4 a month, if I'm not corrected, with the user-controlled tips, and repayments are auto deducted on your next paycheck. So you remember, you have to keep into consideration that Albert has a lower maximum advance compared to others, and there's sometimes like unpredictability, I would say, with Albert's on some like of the features if you want to cancel them. But I think they fixed that by now, and yeah, the developers are on it immediately. I would say Dave, the key features of this I forgot to mention is, or I may have mentioned it, but I don't think I remember mentioning it. The extra cash advances up to $500 via the Dave checking account, and the no credit check. So it requires direct deposits in a Dave account. And remember, the budget alerts, the gig hustle tools, and the customizable chat-based support are additional features I would say that are cool about Dave. And remember, the mandatory overdraft fee is $5 or 5%, whichever is greater. And I would say overall, right, the higher cash advance is nice about this, and the fast support lines to the chat, call, email, there's no interest or late fees. But just keep consideration that there's multiple mandatory fees, and you might have to wait a little bit for the approval times. But I don't think it's going to be that long, to be honest. And next, let's talk about Brigit. Remember, Brigit has an emphasis on overdraft prevention, right? And there's top-rated user satisfaction. It includes helpful budgeting advice and credit info. But remember, the $10 a month may be steep for occasional use, and I think the advanced limit is lower than Dave. And Chime has a no-fee checking and savings with early direct deposit. So yeah, remember, Chime is more like members value spot me and early pay through Reddit. Notes limits can be, and I would say choose Chime if you like fully free fee-free banking, Brigit for overdraft safety, Dave if you want larger advances, and Albert for zero interest advances plus investing in budgeting tools. And yeah, let me know if that made sense in the comments down below, and I'll see you later.